We all know the US government likes to keep secrets. But sometimes, those secrets spill out in the most unexpected ways. This time, it was a journalist accidentally added to a Signal group chat. And not just any group chat, this one was filled with Trump's inner circle. We're talking Michael Waltz, Pete Hegseth, Marco Rubio, the gang's all here, and what were they discussing? Oh, just casual stuff like blowing things up in Yemen. This wasn't just any office gossip. These messages revealed the US was planning a massive airstrike campaign in Yemen. Targets, timings, even the types of bombs, it was all laid out in black and white. Remember, this is Signal, the app that's supposed to be super secure, the one everyone and their grandma uses these days because, you know, privacy. Well, so much for that. This leak is a goldmine for anyone trying to understand what the heck the US is doing in Yemen. The journalist, bless their soul, realized they'd stumbled onto something huge. Suddenly, they had a front row seat to the backroom dealings of one of the most powerful governments in the world. And let's be real, it wasn't pretty. These weren't just abstract military targets they were talking about, these were people's lives. On March 15th, the messages became a reality. US airstrikes rained down on Yemen. Over 40 locations were hit. We're talking Sana'a, the capital city, Sada, a Houthi stronghold. Even the Sana'a International Airport wasn't spared. But here's the thing. These strikes weren't just limited to military bases or government buildings. Residential homes, shops, marketplaces, all caught in the crossfire. Imagine going about your day, grabbing groceries, playing with your kids, and then boom! Your world is literally exploding around you. The Houthi rebels, who control much of Yemen, claim at least 57 people have been killed since these strikes began. And remember that airport? Yeah, that's kind of important for getting aid into a country dealing with one of the worst humanitarian crises in the world. So basically the US is bombing a country already on its knees. The Houthis, understandably, weren't too thrilled about being bombed. They've been fighting a brutal war against the US-backed Saudi-led coalition for years. This latest round of airstrikes, that's just adding fuel to the fire. And they've made it clear, they're not going down without a fight. Their weapon of choice? Targeting ships in the Red Sea. See, the Red Sea is a pretty important shipping route. It's like the highway of the sea. And the Houthis have shown they're willing to block that highway. They've already attacked over 100 ships in the past year, sinking 2 and killing 4 sailors. Now they're threatening to ramp things up, putting even more pressure on an already volatile region. They even took a shot at a US warship. Missed, thankfully. But still, not exactly the kind of message you want to send if you're hoping to avoid more bombs raining down on you. But hey, when you're backed into a corner, you tend to lash out. And the Houthis are definitely feeling the pressure. The international community, meanwhile, is freaking out. The UN is waving its hands, urging everyone to calm down. They're calling for dialogue, for peace, for a solution that doesn't involve blowing up more stuff. But let's be real, those pleas are falling on deaf ears. The US is doubling down, claiming these strikes are necessary to protect shipping lanes and fight terrorism. But here's the thing. Every bomb dropped, every life lost, only makes things worse. The humanitarian crisis in Yemen is already a catastrophe. Millions are on the brink of starvation, hospitals are overflowing, schools are closed, and the war? It's only exacerbating all of these problems. This isn't just about Yemen. This is about what happens when a superpower like the US decides to flex its muscles on a whim. It's about the human cost of war, the innocent lives caught in the crossfire. It's about the dangerous consequences of unchecked power. And it's a story that sadly we've heard far too many times before.